Here we have a hard nut. Can you give some of your crap to her? There. The millions are so lazy that they make me look like a dynamo, and they live so long. Anyway, yeah, this is the problem. Flesh. Are you kids Black's traveling companions? The door's broken, I'm afraid. But I opened up a window just above the door. Sorry about this, but you'll have to climb through there. What's the matter? Can't you climb up? Fine, just a moment. Ah! You came all this way and then got stuck here. You can't be very bright. There, is that better? Now climb up here. That's clever. I must say, well done developers. Because I thought we were going to have to go back. Which I was prepared to do. Oh. Where the hell am I supposed to be going here? Oh. Ah. Honestly, I'm amazed that anyone can travel so far across the world in this age. Say, Black isn't with you. Why not? His mother passed away. He's gone to visit her grave. Of course, his mother. He loved her dearly. A terrible loss. Must be hard on him. Well, Black may not be here, but we still have much to discuss. If Black brought you, you must be working to break the seal on alchemy, right? Ah, Black has done quite well in finding you. What mission could the good King Hydros have assigned to Black? What? Black has told you nothing of his mission? Really? So you actually have nothing at all to do with alchemy? Our parents were kidnapped by the Fire Clan far to the north. What? What? We are only firing the lighthouse beacon stick game there. What? They're dead! They got run over by a boulder! What do you mean? Dun dun dun! King Hydros told me that Venus and Mercury have been ignited once again. Was that your doing? I'm afraid I know nothing of any Northern Fire Clan. But that doesn't explain you, sir. You're clearly not related to these two. What are your goals? Creedon joined us on this quest on behalf of Lord Bobby of Tolby. Bobby? I only know of one man named Bobby. But it couldn't. Master Loompa, the Bobby we speak of is the same man you knew long ago. Ah! So he's still out there, living in the outside world? Well, not so much. Well, that might not be the most accurate way of putting it. Most accurate? Mate, you certainly have an odd way of turning a phrase. I'm not sure what accent I'm giving him. I think it's changing it with every line. He was living, yes. Until recently, that is. So, Bobby passed away. But only recently, you say? When he finally ran out of his mystic drafts, his spirit began to wane. Then, I no longer know anyone in the world outside. But aren't you Loompa, the righteous thief? I was called that once, long, long ago. Why do you ask? I bet there's at least one person in the outside world whom you still know. Who would that be? There's a town called Loompa in northern Angara. A man named Dampa lives there. I settled that village. And Dampa. He is my son. Now your grandson Dampa rules over your village. Rules? Rules is an ill-sounding word. But it's an accurate one, Loompa. Dodampa is an evil thief who has caused much trouble in Angara. What has become of my son? How could he permit such a thing to happen?
Master Loompa, don't you have any idea how old Domper is? He is as I am, an old man. He may be even older than I.
If this news outrages you, why don't you go and set to Domper straight?
If only I could.
Is this the only reason we're here? To bring news of the outside world?
No. Yes, I am sorry we are sidetracked. We have much more to discuss. But before we begin, there is one thing I must say. You don't mind, do you, Gav? No, I don't mind. I knew you'd agree. I have discussed this with none but Gav, but I have my own reasons for this quest.
What do you mean?
Only that I have my own reasons for wanting to see the beacons lit again.
Why are you telling us all of this now?
Because I feel this quest is deeply linked to Lemuria. I thought it odd that Lord Barbie should order me to research alchemy.
Hey, wait a minute. Is this what you promised to tell us once we reach Lemuria?
Yes. May I continue? Long ago, before alchemy's power was sealed, there were many civilizations as advanced and cultivated as Lemuria. At the moment that alchemy was sealed away, most of those civilizations began to wane, until eventually they vanished. I have formed certain theories now, suggesting that this may be related to the seal of alchemy.
Let me get this straight. You felt you couldn't tell us this until we were in Lemuria? And you only wanted to come to Lemuria to test your theories, and see if they were true? But even if everything you said is true, what does it all mean?
If your theories are correct, the world itself will wane and vanish, won't it, Kraden? Black never spoke of this to you, did he? If you came to this theory on your own, you are indeed a wise scholar. We would do well to trust you. What do you mean? King Hydros and I, as well as others in Lemuria, hold the same beliefs that you do, Kraden. You do?
Civilizations thrive by building upon the knowledge of the past. Knowledge gained in one generation should be taken even further by the next. Thus, knowledge and learning continue to grow. This is the natural course of civilization. But where is the world today? The great civilizations of old have all withered and vanished. We are all isolated and alone. You have encountered many cultures in your travels. Are any of them capable of building the great sanctums and lighthouses you have seen? No, they are not. But this is not the only sign of decay you have theorized. I think it best that you hear the rest directly from His Majesty, King Hydros. Yes, Kraden, we shall go to visit the king. But King Hydros is in council with Lord Conservator. We might not be allowed in. Conservato, that fool. He refuses to acknowledge what he can see with his own eyes. I will meet with the king and press our evidence upon Conservato. Come with me. Eh? Ah, stupid door! Ah! Jesus. Ha! At last you are open. To the king's chambers. Loompa ought to be as old as Lord Bobby was, but he has so much energy. He's got a fire in him.
I do wish I could have heard more about Lord Bobby, though. But come, Gav, to the king's palace we go. That's the majority of the cutscenes, except for the big one in the palace itself, which is now where we're now going. Today's uploads are probably going to be mostly cutscene because of that. I mean, at least the first 3 videos have been just Lucky Middle and cutscene. But Lemuria is probably the scene-heaviest place in the game, so once we're through this, we're done. Well, there are other scenes, but yeah. I like the scenes, but I know a lot of people probably can't stand them. Anyway, fare thee well.